So we're not actually working on that RX-7, it's just in our friend Adam's shop, and I really like them. But Mini owners are more lucky, and I'm going to tell you why. It has something to do with how parts are widely available and cheap, and also something to do with what I call the secret to enjoying old cars. And who better to tell you than somebody with way more wrenching experience than I do. Not everybody understands just how good their stock old car is, or their working old car is.
Because it probably will drive like way nicer and feel like a modified car after you've fixed all the problems with it.
I've been reading, I've got a book called The Sports Car by, it's not Colin Chapman, but it sounds like Colin Chapman. But it's like a 1970s book about like really, really detailed. Like it's actually super cool. It goes from everything from like engine design to whatever. But one thing I realized, because the book is written in the 70s, so when he's talking about old cars, he's talking about like 1950s, 1940s cars. And then when he's talking about modern day cars, it's like a 1972 Datsun or something. It's like to today's modern standards.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing is the engineering in the book and the like what he's actually talking about is no different. Like it could be written today.
Yeah.
They're talking about all this stuff, and I realized that like just because someone was like, just because a car is from like the 70s, so it doesn't mean that they didn't have like the same expectations. Like old cars were good when they were new. Like if you went to the dealership, it didn't run like shit. Like right off the showroom floor.
I mean, 70s cars are 50 years old now?
Yeah.
So take a 1970s Datsun that's in good shape, that's still running, and then say, look at this thing in 50 years, which would be 2070.
Yeah.
Will this still be running, or is this a pile of junk?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
or that
older
Bentley,
cars,
the Bentley you were working on. I mean, that's
1930s.
Yeah.
So
it's
like,
almost 100 years old.
Older cars are better by far for longevity than new things, I'd say. Back in the day, like if you were in the 70s and you bought a Datsun 240Z, you're buying that to keep it for a while. You're not leasing it to get rid of it in the following years. Hold on to that. Yeah. Whereas cars now, they're just like whatever. Get what's the trend and then get rid of it when it's not trendy anymore.
You just get a new car, get it hit by a transit van, and then get a new one. That's how we live.
If you're driving and you legitimately hit somebody's car and you know you hit their car, either leave a note, go into the place that is right next to where the car is,
Literally
and tell
next door.
them that you hit their car. Don't just drive off and be an asshole. It's not very nice.
Twice in 1 week.
Twice in 1 week.
Twice in 1 week.
Use your mirrors! This has been just a tip.
A really important thing to know about any old car, but specifically a Mini, is that parts wear, and they weren't designed to last 50 years, the individual little parts. And a big thing you can do to make the car feel better is just fix it. There's so many parts available. That's one of the amazing things about a Mini. Pretty much everything is available to be purchased new. And I implore all of you who have a Mini or are about to buy a Mini, go through it front to back, check all of the wear items, pretty much anything that wears or deteriorates, anything rubber, all the bushings, the engine mounts, all the kind of ball joints and linkages, bearings, all those sorts of wear items. They all contribute to the way that the car feels. And quite often you get in a car, maybe you've owned it for a long time, and you just kind of get used to it, and you think, oh, this is normal, this is how it's supposed to feel. But it's important to remember that when the cars were new and they were coming off the assembly line, they drove like new cars, and you can get that feeling again. It's an older design and it'll have its kind of quirks, but if you fix the broken parts first before modifying stuff, you'll be amazed at the difference, the way that the car feels. And like I said earlier, the amazing thing about Minis is that every part is available. There's tons of how-to videos, and we have a lot out there. There's also a lot of information on the forums. It's a really good way to get into fixing a car. Maybe you don't have a lot of experience, and I would encourage anyone who has a Mini to go and try and tinker with it and try to fix it and experiment and see what the difference is, and then you'll learn from there. If you think the car is fine and you change the suspension bushings and then go drive it around and you see the difference, and then you know, oh, okay, that's what the suspension bushings do. That's the feeling that they get. Or you think that it's normal, and then you look and you've got a wheel bearing clunk, and you fix your wheel bearing, oh, it's tracked so much straighter, and all those sorts of things. Really important, and it's a great way to kind of get into that experience of owning the car. A big part, I think, of owning an old car, specifically an old Mini, is to be able to fix it and learning about how they work. And that's a huge joy that can come from the ownership experience, other than just driving it and having it and washing it and whatnot, is to actually learn about the mechanics of it. And there's a whole other side that can be gained from that. So I encourage all of you, go out, first, take a look at your car, see what's broken, and then fix it. It's an amazing way to learn, and the cars will get so much better for it. And we're so kind of enthusiastic about this that we're going to reach out to you out there. If you're going to fix something, send it to us in terms of video or photos, or even just a little written blog, and we're going to be featuring them at the end of some of the videos. You know, we want to encourage everyone out there to work on their own cars. We work on cars here at the shop, but we also love to hear about people working on their own stuff. And if you have any cool stories or videos, make sure to send them our way.
Okay, so welcome to the first episode of Fix One Thing. First we've got Nick Preston. I watch all of your videos. I've been restoring my Rover Mini for the last 2 years. He's a part-time university student, and he's got this.
Wow, that's cool. That's more than one thing. It's really fast.
I like the log. Check out the log.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The inexplicable log.
All right. Next up is David Allen. He's 53 years old and has been working on Minis since he was 15.
Wow.
And you might recognize this car.
Isn't that the one we wanted to buy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, neat.
It's the one Chris found.
Ah, yeah.
And we tried to buy it. So,
I like that color combo.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
cool.
Congratulations, David. You bought our car. We wanted to buy it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the paint job's really nice.
Wow.
Yeah. Looks like a modern paint almost. Or is it just Tahiti blue?
That's good time.
6 p.m.
Is that your bedtime alarm?
Yeah. No, it's not.
Yeah, Ballylu Classics.
Ballylau.
Team Ballylau.
Ballylau, I think.
Northern Ireland. Looks like our old shop.
Yeah.
Look, even with the wheel.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
So this is
Looks
our
organized.
off the Rover, like I said.
This is what I thought was cool. Check out the thing on the side of the rocket cover.
Yeah, it's for like PCV venting. Goes to a
catch tank.
Catch can.
catch tank. Yeah.
Fed via the MGB coolant pipe into the catch
I like
tank. So
this.
MGB coolant pipe.
it's
a good,
it had been cut out the little notches.
Oh, nice.
It turns out
Yeah.
it's super nice.
We'll come back maybe tomorrow and
Big.
Oh, look at the dash pots are Lego men faces.
Oh no way.
Oh, he's got the 2-blade fan.
The next video is installing seats.
Oh, cool. I like the shift linkage.
Yeah.
It's a cat kit.
Yeah, it's the CAD kit.
is that this
Look at the gauges over there. It's neat. I wonder what seats those are.
I don't know.
They look like new old stock almost.
I like how he shows how much work goes into something like just positioning the seat. And last but not least, Richard Dobson wrote, and he said that he actually finished dozens of things during the lockdown, and now his car is back on the road. He didn't describe what those things are, but I think the pictures show.
Oh, he's got one of the. Oh, neat. What are those?
Dominoes.
Are those called
No, I don't know.
No.
Domingo?
Dolomite. No, that's not the Dolomite. It starts with the D. What is it called?
Oh, that's really cool. God, that thing would be so much fun.
What is it called?
Did he say in the email?
No. It's neat how it's got like a little glass. It almost reminds me of like a cappuccino.
Yeah.
You know how they got like the 3 removable sections?
Yeah.
You can make it a T-top or a convertible.
It's got
or...
that small bubbly shape.
Yeah, yeah.
You can remove the back? Is that
Yeah, I
clean?
think so, yeah. Look at that. It's funny that that part there really changes the way the Mini looks. All of a sudden it doesn't look... Like of all the Mini conversions, this looks like the least Mini-like.
Yeah.
It's that back bit. It's pretty neat.
All right. That concludes Fix One Thing. Thanks for submitting your photos and videos, and hope to hear from you soon.
Are we gonna keep doing that then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Domino. It's called a domino.
Wow, look at the rear lights too. Those are
Isn't that
different.
cool? Yeah.
Crazy.
There's also the Phoenix, which is the fiberglass wagon.
Thanks again for sending all your stuff in. We love to see your photos and videos. It's really cool to see people all around the world. So keep sending them in. We're going to keep checking them out and posting them up at the end of the videos.